Tonight on Week 5 of the Fox 14 Pressbox, the Carthage Tigers hit the field at home against Willard, aiming to stay unbeaten this season, while the Joplin Eagles try to do the same on the road against Republic. The Webb City Cardinals host Branson, looking to pick up back-to-back wins. Nevada and its high-powered offense welcome in Seneca in a battle of two of the best in the Big 8. In Southeast Kansas, it's homecoming for the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons against Wichita South. Frontenac, Galena, and Riverton are all at home in Week 2 of district play. And in Oklahoma, the Quapaw Wildcats try to get to 4-1 with a home date against Ketchum. This is the four states' only 30-minute high school football highlight show. This is Week 5 of the Fox 14 Pressbox, and it starts right now. What's up, everybody? Welcome into Week 5 of Pressbox here on Fox 14. I'm Fox 14 Sports Director Jacob Leonard. Here beside me, you know who she is. Like every Friday, it's Danny Terzer.
We'll start tonight's show in Southwest Missouri. There are just two unbeaten teams remaining in the COC, the Joplin Eagles and the Carthage Tigers.
Now, those two teams play each other next Friday. First, though, they both try to stay unbeaten here in Week 6. And we'll start with Carthage. Battle of the Tigers here with Carthage hosting Willard. First drive for Carthage, quarterback Caden Cabance around the left side. Big gain for Cabance inside the Willard 20. Moments later, Luke Gall finishes the drive with a 1-yard score. Carthage goes up 7. Later on in the first, Gall back to work on the ground through some heavy traffic here. Don't lose him. Gets away for the 14-yard touchdown to push the lead to double digits. Willard tries to respond, going for it on 4th and 2. Fake punt. It works. Owen Bushnell carries it 37 yards to the Carthage 26. Early in the second quarter, though, another 4th down for Willard. Micah Lindsay blows it up. Carthage takes over on downs. Carthage rolls from there to get to 6-0, 42-7.
As for the Joplin Eagles, they try and stay perfect tonight on the road against Republic. Eagles leading 21-14 to start the third. Always right. Airs it out to Bruce Wilbert, backpedaling into the end zone. Joplin extends their lead. Republic now, ball gets loose on the handoff. Joplin comes away with the turnover. Right here again for another big play, this time finding Terrence Gibson for the score. Joplin still pounding away in the third. Quentin Renfro finds a huge hole, and he's by everybody. The Eagles get the job done, staying undefeated for another week. A 45-14 win tonight.
We go to Webb City now. The Cards 3-2, trying for back-to-back wins tonight against Branson. Cardinals in control all night long. Here in the third, Gavin Stoll barrels in for the 1-yard score. Webb City up big at that point. Ensuing kickoff, Branson comes up with a nice return. Cooper Saxton scoops it at about the 18. Make it all the way back to about midfield before being brought down. Now in the fourth, same drive, Pirates trying to get on the board with a field goal. Check it out though, Brenton Wilson gets in there, gets a hand on it. That was Branson's last chance to score. Webb City gets the shutout over Branson, 38-0. In the Big 8 tonight, the Nevada Tigers aim to stay hot at home against the Seneca Indians.
Nevada is 4-1 to begin the season, with their only loss coming from Lamar in Week 4. The Tigers' offense have been one of the best in Southwest Missouri, scoring 40 or more in 4 of 5 games this season. First drive, Avius Stedman gets loose. He's free to go. The Tigers up 8-0. Then 4th and goal here. Ethan Fritchie keeps it, and Seneca pulls within 1. Nevada leading 16-7 to start the second. Gage Miller adds to that lead, going up the middle for the score. Another big 4th down here for the Indians, having success there tonight. Milo Shorter on the far side gets into the end zone. 24-13 Nevada. Trading touchdowns to Stedman, calling for it. This guy having himself a night. It's his 3rd touchdown of the half. He finishes with 5. And under a minute to play, Fritchie connects with Connor Ackerson to pull the game within 9 heading into the half. Nevada, though, has another big day on offense, a 52-35 win tonight. The Lamar Tigers aim to stay perfect tonight at home against Mount Vernon. The Tigers cruise by the Mountaineers this evening, 63-7. Lamar has now won 17 games in a row, dating back to last season, and will be on the road next week against Monette.
The McDonald County Mustangs, fresh off a dominant win over Seneca, back at home against East Newton tonight. McDonald County rolls big 35-13. The Mustangs are now 5-1 overall this season. They'll host Reed Spring next Friday.
The Pittsburgh Purple Dragons picked up a much-needed win last week, going on the road and beating former SEK rival Fort Scott 43-14.
Now with that win, the Purple Dragons got back to an even 500 at 2-2 through 4 games. And Pittsburgh at home again this week, facing Wichita South, trying for back-to-back wins for the first time this season. First minute of the second quarter, Cooper Hayden finds his way over the goal line for the score. Then in the fourth, TJ Neal shakes off one guy, dives into the end zone. However, Pittsburgh goes on to get the win by 15, 35-20 over Wichita South.
The Chanute Blue Comets hit the field tonight for an SEK showdown against Independence. Both teams are 3-1 and enter the night on a 3-game winning streak. Tonight, it's the Blue Comets keeping their winning streak alive with a big shutout win, 44-0. When we come back, Galena and Frontenac have home games tonight in week 2 of district play.
Plus, we're going to get back to Southwest Missouri with Carl Junction hosting the O-Show. We got a lot more to get to. We're just getting started. Stay with us. Well, the Frontenac Raiders opened district play last week with a 41-0 shutout win over Iola. And with that win, the Raiders are 3-1 to start the season, with their only loss coming against Coweta, Oklahoma in week 2. Another district opponent comes into Frontenac tonight with the Raiders hosting the Burlington Wildcats. The Raiders start quick. First offensive play of the game here. Caston Fields on the receiving end of the long pass, takes it in for the score. Frontenac up early. Then Mario Mangini takes the handoff here, jukes a few guys before he finds some space, runs free and finds the end zone. At that point, it's 13-0 home team. Second quarter, more from the Raiders. It's one of my favorite guys here. Colin McCartney keeps it, falls into the end zone for the score. All Raiders in this one. They get the win over Burlington 42-6. The Girard Trojans 4-0 for the first time since 1999 on the road against the Prairie View Buffaloes, who are also undefeated through 4 games. Big win here for Girard. They take it 38-15. The Trojans will be on the road for the 3rd consecutive week next Friday at Burlington.
Tonight's a big night for the Galena Bulldogs. Galena is at home against Caney Valley tonight in week 2 of district play. The Bullpups are the only unbeaten team in the district, coming into the night with a 4-0 record. Galena, meanwhile, is on a 3-game winning streak since losing their season opener to Commerce, Oklahoma in early September. Picking this one up at halftime, Brett Sarwinski throws it up for Tyler Little with the nice grab. A couple of plays later, Dawson Mooney takes the handoff and runs it in for the Bulldogs. That puts them up 32-16. Still in the third here, Caney hands it off to Trey King. He carries some Bulldog defenders on his back to get the first down. Caney gets into the red zone, but Galena comes up with a big hold with this Tyler Little sack. They force the turnover on downs. And then in the fourth quarter, Caney has it within striking distance again, and they fumble it. It gets recovered by Isaiah Dunaway. With 5 minutes left in the game, Caney punches one in on this Baylor Thornton touchdown to cut Galena's lead to 2 touchdowns. It won't be enough though. Galena hands Caney their first loss, and Bulldogs take it 38-22. Supposed to be a big one tonight in the Big 8 in Missouri. Aurora and Hollister both 4-1, but due to weather, this one has been postponed. They'll play Sunday afternoon at 2.
That's a tough time to try to get fans out to a high school football game because the Chiefs play at noon on Sunday as well. So, people are going to be watching on their phones maybe out there. Whatever. The Carl Junction Bulldogs are at home tonight for the COC matchup against Neosho. The Carl Junction just went through the toughest part of their schedule, with Carthage, Joplin, and Webb City being 3 of their last 4 games. Now, the Bulldogs have made it through the first 5 with a 2-3 record. Early on, Jordan Woodruff on the receiving end here. He'll get Carl Junction down inside the 10. Dexter Merrill finishes the job for the Bulldogs, gets around the far side, just gets in. CJ takes the early lead. Carl Junction getting it done on defense all night as well. Here, Aiden Bard breaks up the pass. Moments later, Bulldogs force a turnover. It'll be Chance Benford getting up for the pick. He's going the other way. Takes it deep into Neosho territory, and that was pretty much how the rest of the night went. Carl Junction rolls by Neosho this evening, 49-7.
The Sarcoxy Bears coming off their first loss of the season, aiming to bounce back tonight at home against Miller. The Bears get back to their winning ways, 49-8. Huge game for Sarcoxy next week at home against undefeated Marionville. After the break, the Labette County Grizzlies host the Fort Scott Tigers, with both teams aiming for their first win of the season. Also, Parsons aims to bounce back from a heartbreaker against Galena last week. As we go to the break, though, here are a few more scores from tonight's action in Southwest Missouri. It's been a tough start to the season for both the Fort Scott Tigers and Labette County Grizzlies. Both teams are 0-4 through the first 4 weeks of the year. Tonight, the two teams meet in Altamont, with the winner going home with their first win of the season. In the first quarter, Fort Scott gets an early turnover. Chase Heyer comes up with the interception. Then Canyon Umphenor runs into the end zone for the first score of the game, and that puts the Tigers up 7-0. Labette on the goal line, Kendall Holtzman getting the ball through to score. That ties it up before half. Fort Scott gets their first win against Labette, 19-15.
3A District 1 here, the Columbus Titans on the road against Cherryville, aiming for back-to-back wins for the first time this year. Titans do get it done, winning 28-6. Big one for Columbus next Friday, hitting the field at home for a big district game against Galena. The Parsons Vikings lost a heartbreaker to open up district play last week. The Vikings fell at home to Galena on a last-second touchdown from the Bulldogs. Now, Parsons aims to bounce back and get their first district win tonight on the road against Baxter Springs. Parsons up, looking for more here. Trey Mack passes to Dion Sylvester, sitting in the end zone. Vikings up 9-0. Baxter Springs now, check it out, off the kickoff. Logan Guest, no one can bring him down. Going all the way in for the touchdown. Where'd he go? There he is. It's 9-7. The second quarter, another big play. This time it's the Vikings. Mack finds his guy Sylvester again. Two guys miss. Long run into the end zone. Parsons pulls away tonight, 42-7.
Heading over to Riverton tonight for a little homecoming football action. The Rams aim for a 2-0 start to district play tonight with the home game against the Erie Red Devils. After a big opening return set them up at the 10-yard line, the Rams capitalize. Walker Terry fires this one to Clayton Garrett for the touchdown, puts Riverton ahead 8-0. With 8 minutes left in the half, Erie tries to punch this one in from the 15, but the ball comes out, recovered by Liam Tyree. Riverton takes over to start the second quarter. Erie has it on 4th and goal, hands it off to Case Welch, but the Rams are able to get the stop and force the turnover on downs. Then Riverton tries for the deep ball here. Walker Terry throws it up, but Erie's got a guy there. It gets intercepted by Garrett Ruark. Erie takes it back their way. Now, this one was a defensive battle the rest of the way. Riverton wins it 16-0.
The Yates Center Wildcats 4-0 coming into the night, their best start in 50-plus years. Already locked up the Three Rivers 8-man league title. Yates Center at home trying to stay perfect against Cedarvale tonight. And my dad used to make this joke when I was younger, because Yates Center wasn't good when I was younger, and the games would be over at halftime, and he'd say, you know how much electricity Yates Center is saving because the games are over? I know, awful. But they're saving so much electricity now because they're ending the games and they're winning. They're on the other side of it. They win the night 62-0. Huge game for Yates Center next week. They hit the road for a district matchup against undefeated Sedan.
You never let me read the 8-center ones, and I wanted to beat up on you a little bit.
Oh, well, maybe, yeah, if they ever lose, if they haven't lost yet, if they ever lose, I'll make you read that one so they don't have to see me read their loss.
This is our final time on Pressbox. Well, when we come back, we're headed to Oklahoma with the Quapaw Wildcats, aiming for a 4-1 start against Ketchum. First, though, here's a look at a few more scores from across Southeast Kansas. Welcome back to our final segment here on Pressbox. We're headed to Oklahoma now with the Quapaw Wildcats hosting a district matchup with Ketchum.
Quapaw is off to a good start this season, going 3-1 in their first 4 games. They try to stay rolling tonight against the Warriors in just their second home game of the year. Quapaw up 14-0. Jack Derringer scrambling. Finds Peyton Sharp. He gets into the end zone. Wildcats up 20. Now Ketchum tries to make something happen here. Pass, though, going to be intercepted. Seth Johnston runs to the end zone, but boo, play called back. Interception, though, leads to this. Handoff to Hayden Lake. Dodges tackles into the end zone. Quapaw gets the big shutout win, 27-0. The Miami War Dogs 2-2 through the first 4 games. They try to avoid a 3rd straight loss on the road against Cleveland. It was close for a while, but Miami falls tonight 38-24. The War Dogs will be back home next Friday hosting Oologah.
I know this is a high school football show, but we have a big rivalry game tomorrow at the college level.
We do. Talk about it.
Missouri Southern hosts Pittsburgh State tomorrow afternoon. Southern trying to bounce back from last week's loss to Fort Hays State, while the Gorillas try for their 3rd straight win. It's the first meeting between the two teams since 2019, and the first meeting between the 2 head coaches, Brian Wright and Atiba Bradley.
They're a good football team. Coach Wright has done an unbelievable job. When I first got the job here, I just started browsing through some of the teams in the league, and it didn't look like a normal Pitt team. And this would have been in 2019. And now you flip on the film, you go, oh yeah, there they are. You know, so kudos and hats off to that coaching staff and those kids. They're doing a great job.
I've enjoyed getting to meet Coach Bradley, and I think he's doing a great job over there. When you watch the videotape, I think it tells a lot about just the culture they're building and the kind of program they're trying to build over there. And they have an identity in all 3 phases of the game. You know, you throw on that film, and there's a lot of good things they're trying to do offensively, defensively, and from a special teams perspective.
That's almost it for us tonight, but I wanted to give a shout out to the Frontenac Raiders. Of course, it's a big season for them. They're celebrating their 100th year of Raiders football. They picked up their 700th win tonight in program history. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to them before we get out of here. But that is it for us tonight. If If you missed anything, we'll have all of our highlights posted on the website shortly, KOAMnewsnow.com. You can also check out a complete replay of this show on Sunday afternoon at 12:30 on the 4-State CW. We'll see you out tomorrow night at Pittsburgh State and Missouri Southern. That's it for us tonight. We're out of here. We'll see you right back here next Friday.
No good. And the Cardinals will take over.